Takazani Dimelang Khanya Lisedi. Hello everyone and welcome back to the one-on-one sessions with Gogo Mosore. And I'm your host, Gogo M, giving you guys tips, lessons, and teachings on everything spirituality. So for our daily reading today, like we did yesterday, we have 9 cards, 3 rows, which is general reading for the day, love reading for the day, and also career, money, and luck reading. So I'm very excited about today. So yeah, let's present the card that we have today. So for the first one, which is the general reading, the first card we have here, it's a major arcana. We have the moon card in our midst, right? So the moon card is one of the most important cards in the tarot cards, and it talks about deception and everything not being quite as it seems. So there's a lot of confusing energy running around today. So this is where, as some of you guys feel like something doesn't really make sense, something isn't really the way that it seemed, but you just can't put your finger to it. So this is where, as the moon card is actually indicating that this confusion, this inside feeling that something isn't right is actually not just a feeling but your intuitive message from the ancestors. This is where, as it's very important for you to analyze everything that you hear, everything that you see, find the truth within everything that lies between everything, and that way you'll be able to get clarity at the end of the day. So getting clarity is going to be your mission for the day, because without this clarity you're going to find yourself being hindered in your progress throughout the day and finding yourself in a situation where as you're not moving forward in the manner that you expected, right? And some of you guys may be dealing with a lot of visions, a lot of subconscious messages that you can't really put your finger to or can't really understand. So you might find yourself, you have waken up right now and you had a vision, you remember bits and parts of it, but you don't really know what the message is. So basically, give yourself some time to ground yourself and then be able to analyze whatever it is that you saw, because there's a lot of messages from your ancestors today and a lot of signs. So these signs can also be in the form of synchronicities and other spiritual signs to tell you or show you that something is not as it seems, right? And I'm also getting this energy that most of you guys today are actually entering into a very new spiritual journey, right? But the thing about the spiritual journey that you are entering, something that hinders it a lot is fear and anxiety. So this is where, as your ancestors and your spiritual guides are showing you, or rather trying to get you to get out of that cocoon of your insecurities and your fears. That way you can actually move forward within whatever spiritual journey you're about to start with. So this may be something that you are not aware of initially, or you just feel like there's a new shift within your energy, a new shift within your surroundings, and you just can't put your finger to it. This is a spiritual shift that is going to bring a lot of changes for your life generally. And this is where, as with this particular shift, once you dive into it without actually like having a lot of fear, then you'll be able to see the fruits of your spiritual labors at the end of the day, right? And also you are told to trust yourself and your intuition, your inner child, right? Don't necessarily trust everything that you see or everything that you hear. This is where, as with the moon card, like I said, it's a card of deception. Things are not the way that they seem, right? So not everyone who comes to you today comes with real intentions, real good intentions, or the truth to you, right? So this is where, as you need to be very careful of people that come through as chances, machansara today. So people are going to come to you with false hope, false narratives, and this is your time to actually analyze everything and basically trust your intuition and your inner child, whatever messages that you receive from yourself, as opposed to what it is that you are seeing with the naked eye. And a lot of people not understand. So this could bring a lot of division within your circle, within your life. But this division, it's fine. It's not something that will affect your life at the end of the day. Knowing the truth about whatever it is that's going on in your life today is actually something that is going to propel you forward throughout the energy of the day, right? And our oracle card for the day, it is the Star Ancestor. So this Star Ancestor is a very specific card that actually tells you to follow the voices of your soul. So this is where, as you're encouraged not to follow what others are doing, not to follow what others are saying. So basically, the way that I'm feeling it, the energy that I have for the most of the people that this message resonates with, you're not someone who follows the crowd, but rather you make your own path, right? But sometimes it comes as though you may have fear that if you don't follow the crowd, you might be taking yourself through a rabbit hole without actually getting out of the better end of the deal, right? So this is where, as your spiritual guides actually reassuring you that you are going to make the best decisions for you. So follow the voice of your soul, the voice of your intuition, follow the voices of your ancestors. That way you will not be deceived in any way whatsoever by anyone that feels as though they will benefit from you, because there are a lot of people that feel as though they will benefit from you today, or rather this entire week they've been feeling as though they'll be benefiting from you, but you will not find yourself benefiting from them at the end of the day. Hence, that is where as your ancestors want you to pull away from those energies and those people that come with the intention of using you, and that way at the end of the day you will get what you deserve at the end of the day, which is your 10 of Pentacles, right? Your celebration, what you deserve at the end of the day, right? And lastly, our card for the general reading is renewal and rebirth, right? So with this particular journey that you're going through, I mentioned that some of you guys may be entering a new spiritual journey, and can also be a spiritual journey that affects your physical life, your career, your love and whatnot. This particular journey is going to bring out a new version of yourself that you didn't even think that was like it even existed. It's going to bring out a version of yourself that is more ambitious and more of a go-getter, one that actually goes and gets what they want, and one that actually knows how to go about everything, right? So this energy of the renewal also comes with a message, right? And the message is reassess what needs to be renewed, right? So meaning that certain things at this moment or today need to be renewed. You need to have a fresh new start in certain aspects or chapters of your life, and this is the perfect time to do it, because you are guided by spirits, by your ancestors, by your intuition, to actually make the right decision, to ensure that whatever you renew, whatever fresh start you begin with, is actually going to benefit you at the end of the day. And this is a general reading, remember that. So this new start can actually be in terms of your life generally, your career, your relationships, whatever aspects of your life that you feel like need to be renewed, then you should actually work on it, reassess them, and find the balance in making sure that they are rebirthed in a way that you are more content with, without actually worrying about how things will turn out. They have something that you know for a fact that it is right for you at the end of the day, right? So with our love reading for the day, we have the World card. So I love this card so much when coming to love. This right here is an energy of stability, of harmony, of balance. This is your confirmation from your ancestors and your spiritual guides that whatever relationship that you are in at this moment, it is the right relationship for you. It is a relationship that will benefit you. This is the relationship that will bring a lot of fruits at the end of the day. And this is something that I am living for at this point in time. I'm a hopeless romantic, so I'm happy to hear this, right? And it also signifies a new step, a new level that you're about to enter into in your relationship. So if you're in a relationship at the moment, then be very aware that today might mark the day where as you and your significant other may be moving on to the next level. This could be where as an engagement may be placed, marriage, starting a family. This is going to be a massive day for major decisions within your relationship. And this is also your message from the ancestors to actually like say what it is that you want out of your relationship. Affirm it with your partner. That way you know what it is that you can work around from here onwards, right? So this is where as your energies, yours and your significant others, are aligned, right? You're both looking at the same things, you both want the same things, and this is where as your ancestors are saying that it is now the right time for you guys to move forward. So some of you guys may even be thinking about a new level of commitment, right? Maybe you want to move in together with your partner, you want to take a whole new step. This is spirit guiding you that it is now the right time. And for those of you guys that are not in relationship, this is a time where as you might find yourself finding someone, or a person is going to come into your life who's going to actually want the same things that you are looking for at the end of the day. So this is a sign of commitment, right? And this is where as your ancestors and your spiritual guides are also reassuring you that the new chapter, or rather the new level of commitment you're about to enter into, is the one that you've been waiting for your whole life. And I love this. I love this so much. Honestly, we all deserve love, and I feel like the person who is listening to this is someone who's very deserving of love. Maybe at some point you've given up on it, but this is your sign from the ancestors to say, fine, you gave up, you had your reasons, now it's time to get back in there, and we are guiding you to meeting your soulmate, your not just twin flame, right? This is nothing toxic. This is the right relationship at the end of the day. And our oracle cards in terms of love is the Wise One. So this is actually a very good card to go hand in hand with the World card. So this actually just says it's time for you to grow within your situation. This is an energy of growth coming through in terms of your love life, your relationships. And this energy of growth is something that you need to use to your benefit as much as you can. Like I said, affirm what it is that you want out of your relationship. Discuss with your partner the future that you're looking for at the end of the day. There's a huge commitment coming your way right now, and this huge commitment is something that your ancestors and your spiritual guides have orchestrated throughout the past couple of months, weeks, or even years, right? So this is something that was bound to happen eventually, but today comes through as the perfect day for it to become your reality, right? And the last card in terms of our love reading is the Chased. So the Chased actually talks about insecurities and fears that you may be facing throughout your relationship. So whereas you're going to be affirming and speaking to your partner about the future that lies for the both of you, it's also going to be very important for you and your partner to actually talk about the things that you're most insecure of. What is it that you're afraid of? What makes you overwhelmed? Actually speak to your partner so they can understand who you are, because I feel as though some of you guys maybe have been working on eggshells, not knowing whether to be vulnerable, whether to open yourself up to this person. And Spirit is saying that by opening yourself up to this person, you're allowing this situation, this relationship to actually grow, right? And I'm not talking about any toxic situationship. I am talking about a relationship, a committed real relationship that actually has a future at the end of the day. And honestly speaking, I know for a fact that whoever this message is for is gonna know that this message is for them. You're gonna know from the energy, from the feel, from everything, that this is the message for you and your partner to move forward with your life, right? And lastly, moving into our career, money, and luck reading for the day. Honestly, the first card that comes through is the Chariot. I'm so happy. This is an energy of movement. There is victory. There is empowerment. There's a lot of good things coming your way. So today's energy is actually really good. If you take out the deception that you have in your life and see behind the veil, there's going to be a lot of movement for you and a lot of victory. And this is where, as your answers are saying that, honey, you are moving into greater pastures. You are moving into higher levels. And you've been preparing for this for a very long time. And some of you guys may have felt as though this is something that may not happen. You may have felt as though it's not going to happen anytime soon, but this is your reassurance from your ancestors, from your spiritual guides, that now it is the time, you've worked for it and you're ready. Whoever you are that this message is for, you have a huge desire to succeed, and that desire is what you need to basically push you, right? And also at the same time, there's a lot of focus that needs to be put onto the table. You need to be very focused on why it is that you're working for, why it is that you want, and there's going to be a lot of clarity on what work is it that is going to fulfill you at the end of the day, right? You're feeling very ambitious, very motivated, very driven today, and use that energy to your benefit, because you won't always have this energy. I feel like some of you guys may have had an energy of procrastination hindering you guys for a very long time. So right now your ancestors and your spiritual guides are basically saying, honey, this energy of ambition is something that came to you because you are ready to level up in terms of your career. So there's a lot of leveling up today, right? There's a lot of great energy, and 111 just showed up on my side. So this is a very good sign from your ancestors and your spiritual guides to basically say you need to move in the direction you want to move. And our oracle card for the day is the Eagle. See things from a different perspective, from a higher perspective, actually, right? So this is where, as don't look at the breadcrumbs, look at the whole loaf. Don't look at things in the short term, but look at them in the long term. Whatever it is that you're working on in terms of your career, your finances, your money, your luck, whatever it is that you're looking at in terms of those things, you need to look at them in a higher perspective, because some of you guys may have been hindering yourself, basically having this energy of doubt about what it is that you're capable of. But this is where, as your ancestors and your spiritual guides are saying, honey, move. You got this. This is the time for you to have high goals. Your goals need to be higher than you've ever put them before, and you're basically going to be manifesting it, but at the same time it is something that is aligned with your sign, with your energy today, right? And the last card in terms of career, money, and luck, we have the Landscape. So this is where, as you need to question certain things in order to move forward. You need to question as to whether you are happy, you are comfortable with your environment, whether or not you want to explore new things. Because I feel like most of you guys have felt stuck for a very long time. And this is where, as right now, the Eagle energy is coming in. The Eagle is a free spirit, right? You wanting to move to new chapters, you wanting to elevate, you wanting to explore different things in your life. And this is where, as your ancestors and your spiritual guides want you to sit down in terms of your career, look at what it is that you have, look at what it is that you've done, what you've achieved, and say, well, now from here onwards, what is it that I want out of my life at the end of the day? What new chapters do I want to jump into at this point in time? And by doing that, you're actually going to find yourself reaching the goals that you've always dreamt of getting but never thought that someone like you could actually have. No, that self-doubt that you have, it's time for it to go away. That fear that you have, it's time for it to go away. Today is a good day for a lot of leveling up, for a lot of good energy, a lot of good spirit, and use it to your advantage. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading, and I'm so happy about the energy and everything all together. I'm wishing you guys all the best, sending a lot of love to Kozani.